And I have to say, okay.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Gretchen. How you doing?
Good, good, good. Happy almost birthday.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Thank you for your present is on the dining room table with some of my other friends. My friends are so nice. Even my work friends that I adore came Tuesday with bearing gifts.
Oh,
So makes
oh
me
yeah.
everybody knows that I walk around going, bring me presents.
Well, it's because you're a good present giver.
Thank you.
So, what are your plans for your birthday?
Well, we're really just getting ready to go to Austria. Monday is the big day. Yeah. So we leave Monday, fly overnight, and then come home on the 2nd. So we are all Austria all the time here. Opera, podcasts, and Viennese books, and all of it. So we're very excited.
Cannot wait to hear.
Yeah, it's so cute because we have a group chat for the four of us. And like Elena texted a picture, a video of Alyssa watching The Sound of Music and singing. Like, I don't think she knew what she was being recorded, but she was singing How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria? So
Oh,
I was watching. Gretchen knows because she knows Alyssa. She's met her. But I went to Vienna my junior year, met Alyssa, who is now Parisi. She was at the University of Richmond. I was at Kenyon. We met the first day, became fast friends. And neither one of us has been back to Austria since we were there over 30 years ago. So now we are taking our 18-year-old daughters back to do Vienna, Budapest, and Salzburg.
oh,
Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty excited.
so great.
Mm-hmm.
So great. So, well, why don't we start with, well, I don't know. We can start with whatever you want, but I was going to say, what are you bringing knitting wise?
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that. So I have lots of knitting, summer knitting.
Great.
What I'm going to bring to Vienna is this shawl that I brought from Monarch Knitting. I'm not going to pull out all my paper because I was very organized this time and wrote it down. This is called the To the Sea Shawlette
I love
by,
that bag.
oh, this is Michelle Hans.
You're kidding.
No, this is the one she sent me when I was down and out.
Michelle Renee.
And it's so pretty inside. It's like a pink and white, pretty toile pattern inside. I love this thing. This is my travel knitting bag. And this is, you know me, I hate a yarn over. This is, I'm conquering my fear. See it? The yarn overs?
Beautiful. Don't you
Yeah,
love them?
I do. And I love this yarn more than I love the knitting even. This is Julie Asselin Fino.
Oh, I
And
gotta
it's,
read that.
uh,
Is it wool or is it cotton, do you think?
I think it's a mix. I should look it up.
No,
But
no,
it's,
no. Doesn't.
let's see if it says it on the pattern because I'm knitting it in the exact yarn they recommend. I realize when they say what to use in the pattern, I like to use that yarn. Is
Me too.
that bad? She,
No.
yeah, she doesn't say. It's just called Fino. It's
Yeah.
to bring weight. And they're so funny. They're like, or anything that achieves gauge. I'm like, in a shawlette, do you really care about gauge? I don't think so.
No.
So, but yeah,
Oh,
so
so pretty.
and I've been hoarding it because it moves quick. I don't know if you can see how pretty the pattern is. Um, it's moving quick. And so my goal is to have this done when I step off the plane in Newark on the other end of the trip because we have two 8-hour plane rides and two 3-hour train rides. So I'm like, will I do it? But I'm going to try.
Yeah. It'll
So
be
that's,
nice to have. That's a perfect travel.
yeah.
Perfect travel.
Yeah, one skein, tiny bag. I think it's going to be good. So
So good.
yeah, so that's my travel knitting, and I hope to have it done. And I love the color. This is like for me, I'm in all summer colors right now. Some serious summer color knitting.
It's hard to tell on screen. How would you describe that color?
I would call it like a very light oatmeal or
Yes. Okay. Then it's showing. Yeah.
off white.
Mm.
Funny, like I don't know if you can see this. I kind of kerfuffled it in the middle where I didn't do the repeat when I was supposed to. Don't care. Because I don't think once it's wrapped around my neck, I was like, do I try to count how many times I did it correctly and then fuck it up again at the same juncture? This one. And then I was like, well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. It's going to be fun either way.
That's like future Kate can figure that out, right?
Like, so
Future Kate.
this is a good one. And then
That's
again, it's the sea.
oh, so good.
Oh,
The only thing I've been actively working on is well, these little I might have showed these before. This is the first one.
oh, pretty.
So this is 4 different balls of speckled yarn, like it's a fade.
Like an ombre.
Yeah. So here's the second one. So
And
I'm about to start the toe.
okay. And so they're like ankle socks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They are. So I'm kind of considering them summer socks. And I'm saying it here. They are going to Bridget Seymour. Don't let me keep them.
I will never tell you what to do or not to do in that
I,
regard.
but they'll look so cute on like a little young person in Vermont with her Birks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
where they belong.
But that's a hard giveaway because the colors in that are spectacular.
Oh, like this is the end. This little ball of the end is so good. It's so good.
Whose
So I
yarn is
love these.
what yarn is that?
It was old stash, old project, leading fiber men. You ever
Mm,
watched their podcast?
no.
Oh, um, they're partners, 2 men leading fiber arts. And they're like, I think they're also theater teachers and yes, and dye yarn.
Well, they're
Shout
very
out leading fiber men,
those colors are fantastic.
right? Like these were the other balls.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and I learned how to fade, like how you do, like when you're changing colors, you don't just change, you do one row of one row of the other, kind of mix it in.
ah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so that's been fun. That's
How long
been,
does it take you to do one sock? Like in hours, what would you say?
oh man, I'm maybe 10,
Okay.
but in reality, it's been a year.
Because you're just picking it up and as you go.
I'm just picking it up.
Yeah. To make yeah,
So,
I admire your sock capabilities.
and this is my happy bag, Kate.
I know, I
Brooklyn
love it.
General bag. So
Mm,
good. Um, yeah.
okay. Well,
So,
I'm actually knitting something else.
okay, good.
So this is I finally really got started on the sweater of the yarn I bought in Paris. I don't know if you can see how beautiful the stripe.
Oh, it's so good.
Like here's the top. So let me try to hold it that way and spread it out so you can see the stripes. But the
Oh,
color and the stripes. And it was funny when I went there. This is the sample that she had knitted up. And I panicked at the last minute and was like, I should be doing navy blue. I should be doing the white with the navy blue. And she was really good. She was like, no, you shouldn't. She's like, you love the pattern. You saw it. She goes, this is the La Bien Ami yellow. Why would you panic now? And I'm like, you're right. Why? And because that's like in all of her stuff, she's got that gold, yellow. And what I love about it is, I don't know if you can see this clearly enough. It's neon. It's practically fluorescent, but it goes from like butter to fluorescent to lemon. And it looks so cool in the stripe.
oh,
So my goal for this one, and we can talk about goals in a minute. I have 5 more repeats till I split the sleeves. So my goal was to try to be at the sleeve split before I left. And it probably takes me an hour to do a repeat. Well, it's 4 rows because I'm adding in the first row, I'm just adding body stitches. And then I knit it round third row, I do body and sleeve addition, and then fourth, just knit. So to add it. But I
you
think,
will you hold it up to your camera and let it sit there for just a second? Get it?
yeah, I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah, go like that closer. Yeah. It's so good, Kate.
I'm very happy, and I love the pattern. The patterns make me happy. I don't know if you can see this, the raglan. The raglan has like almost like 5 stitches that it's splitting at, and I love that too.
So fun.
So yeah, so the goal is to have the sleeve split before I go, and then my bigger goal is to have it done by the Labor Day. So, and
Yeah.
she's fun. I'll have to talk about this as it gets closer. You've seen her. It's terrible. I think of her as Amy, but hers are always cropped and boxy, and so the pattern is long. So I think when we get to trying it on, I'm gonna want to talk to you about good ideas and bad ideas with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're
I
okay with that.
feel like I might have sent you barber cords at one time.
I have them. Yep. That'll let me try it on. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because I've been using them for poor Patrick to try his endless sweater on. The sweater that took 7 years. I feel like the Odyssey. That's what I should call that because it's going to take me 10 years to finish it.
Oh gosh.
I just have zero desire to knit black right now.
Right. So right. Um, so okay, I'm gonna tiny bit jump around because I like when you talk about goals and when you set your time frames,
Mhm.
I could be nothing further from that.
Okay.
Only like I'm like, you go, girl. I am never gonna set a deadline.
The only reason I'm doing it is I'm trying to change my mindset because I was beating myself up a little bit because I don't think of myself as a fast knitter. And I was like, why can't I knit faster? Why can't I, like you? I think I have competitive knitting disease where we watch all of these podcasts and these women or knitters, because some of them are men, are turning out. Like, do they get up, brush their teeth, and knit, and then brush their teeth and go to bed? Is that how that goes? Because I don't know how they're churning out. So the reason I'm doing the goals is so I don't get frustrated. That if I do a little, like, because then I know I need to do a little every day, but I don't have to be this person that knits all day. So I figured out how long it took me to do the repeat. I'm like, well, that's 2 episodes of House of the Dragon. So that, right, like I'll keep it moving. It won't turn into one of the 14 unfinished projects that I have in the corner.
Yeah.
Because for me, I think once I get into fall, this will have zero appeal. The white, the bright yellow, and I have one more thing I'm going to show you. They don't. I want to be in orange and red and green. I don't want to be in
Right.
fluorescent yellow anymore.
Yeah. No, that
So
makes sense.
that's kind of
Okay, show me your last thing. Show me that
oh,
other thing.
so I went to Grace and Pearl and Avon, which is the one that's at the beach, because what I wanted was beach knitting. For whatever reason, I didn't want to take either of these projects onto the beach and sit. I don't know if it's because of how invested I am or what it was. So she found it. They had, because they're at the beach, they're like, oh yeah, we have beach knitting. We'll show you. And that's where they do their knit alongs. They get beach chairs and they sit at the water and do their beachy knitting. But now don't freak out at the color, but this is the pattern. And,
Fun.
and it's not doing, that green is not doing it justice. It's called the Boxy Lady Top. And it's almost, how everything seems crocheted now.
Uh-huh.
It is, and I want to show you let's see if I can make it bigger. I'm so bad at doing this. Like it almost looks like it's crocheted.
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
And so she had one and she's like, I did my first one on 17s, which, boom, 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 boom. And then this is my color, which is like a periwinkle purpley blue. So, and hers, she's like, I have to wear like a white tank under it because it's so crochet. But I was like, I'd actually wear this, right? Like where you have a tank on, but you want to throw something because you feel a little naked. This would be the perfect thing.
What is that yarn?
It is the Juniper Moon Bud, which is organic Peruvian cotton.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, and it's bulky. This with the way I didn't think this was bulky because it didn't look that to me, but it is. Yeah, they had made one up with loopy mango, But what the colors they had left in the loopy, I wasn't a fan of. And she's like, she said, this is a class that they teach. She's like, do the sleeves, don't do the sleeves. She's
Oh, it
like,
could be a vest. Oh,
nip it up, don't. And she's like, literally, you would call me to have a question. By the time I called you back, you'd be done making it. So she's like, if you, and it's like you, and she said, you don't have to pay attention while you're knitting it. So you're sitting at the beach, you're watching the ocean, you're just going around and around and around.
I can see myself wearing that kind of little top
Yeah.
because the tank top days are gone.
Yeah. And I mean, and I'll show you what the sleeve looks like so you can kind of see it. It's a little bit of a, here,
Darling.
right? So she was
White
like,
pants. Go.
mhm. And
Oh,
this is a, you know me, I'm not a tight knitter. This is a tight knitter. I tried the one on in this. I don't know who would be big in this because I'm a small in this. I tried it on a medium and she goes, that's too big on you. And then, and here's a good question. Here's a good topic. So alpaca, this will be my first real cotton project. Does this grow? Does
yeah.
cotton grow? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm even more assured at my decision to go small.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure. For sure. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Maybe you need
That's
to do
fun.
a little knit along. And maybe it's because of what it is. It's called hydrangea. Of course it is. Hydrangea.
It is hydrangea.
Hydrangea. But it is $13.50 a skein. And
And how much?
I need she said you're probably 3.2. And I said I'll always overbuy because what I don't want to do is not have the fourth one if I need it. And so
Right.
I did four, but I probably really only need three.
So fun.
But that's hopefully what I'll be doing at the beach when we go.
Perfect.
And that has no goal. That has no goal. That's just, will I finish it? Won't I finish
Yeah.
it?
Um, awesome.
So what's next for you now that when you finish that sock, you're on the final round.
I am on the final round. So I had an epiphany upon epiphany. Once you said, hey, let's talk about whips today,
Mm.
it was my permission slip to pull them all out under the crevices, bring them to the light of day.
Mm.
And I feel so free.
Okay, well, and do you feel free because you're like, don't care, don't want it, or are you free like I'm going to pick that up and knock it down? What's the plan?
Both, both. Like I'm
Mm.
looking at them, like I took an aerial,
Okay,
maybe for the gram. And there's things now that I just feel like I'm okay to either rip it out or just put it in the garbage can.
okay.
All right, but one I have to ask you about because one I have, you know what this is.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I will never rip or that one. I'm gonna keep going.
You're
At
gonna keep going.
at some point, I'm not willing to give that up yet. For me, it's and we have to probably talk about this. Have you seen Inside Out 2 yet?
No.
Okay, you're not in the same wavelength that I'm at, but it's see it. Absolutely see it. Wait for it to come on TV. You don't have to go to the theater, but it's nostalgic, it's sentimental. You guys were such champs. For the listeners, I was going through treatment. We were doing these Zoom calls in the middle of COVID, and I wanted to knit something together. And instead of being like, let's do something easy, I was like, girls, you're each going to pay $400 to buy a kit you are never going to finish. Like, that should have been how I started. But you all were like, I'm in. And I was like, wow, I have really, we got weepy even thinking about it. Really,
It's
really.
it was the Stephen West knit along for
Yeah.
those. The
Mystery.
mystery knit along.
So he's releasing those pattern notes as he goes. And like we had no idea how that and I had to rip all of my turtle stuff back because I got jammed at some point. Oh, I should pull mine out. It would take me forever, but I will never rip mine out.
Well, you can see I've detached it from the yarn. So I
Yes.
still have the other yarn. I guess I'm asking your permission to say I don't think I'm ever going to finish it.
Well, and then do something with it. For
Well, I
me,
might same. I might keep it. It's just it
it's
is
a
a sentimental.
I don't know if I'll ever finish mine. I think
Yeah.
what would happen for me to finish mine is that if, something apocalyptic, where all the yarn stores close and I've run out of yarn. I have nothing else to do. Like that's how at the end of my WIP set is. But
Right.
I'm hanging out and looking at it and thinking, oh,
Right?
I gotta think. But we have to at some point, probably not today because we both have so much going on. Delusion, because that was delusional.
No, I
Maybe
disagree.
maybe we because we didn't know because it was a mystery. But if you had showed me that pattern before we started, I'd have been like, maybe.
But it was that crazy COVID time where you at the same time had so much time and
Uh,
had no time because
yeah,
everyone was in your house and it was bananas.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yes.
yeah.
I don't know if you should. No, don't get rid of it, but you don't have to finish it for
No.
me. I don't know
Here's
if
one. I won't, I promise I won't go through them
you.
all.
Oh, I know it's so.
But
Oh, that
hey, I have this complete look at this thing. This is some
gorgeous.
damn good knitting.
I know.
I have to finish the second one.
Yeah, yeah.
I yeah.
Or find a friend with one arm.
I used to have a friend, one arm.
I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm
so
like,
how do you feel about it? Like, did you take a good break and now you're like, oh, I could totally whip that out this winter? Or are you like, fuck, I should finish this? Like, where are you landed on that spectrum?
honestly, it was so long ago. This was I took it with Mindy at Fiddlehead before I even worked at the shop.
Oh, wow.
So this is ancient.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually worried that my gauge will not be the
Ooh.
same because I just feel like this is pretty tight in a
Mm.
good way. I think I have to try though. These are, if
Yeah.
I do say so myself, that is perfection.
I know. Speaking my language with the black and the white.
It's navy.
Oh, it's navy. Now
It's
you're
deep.
speaking my language
Uh-huh.
more. It's so funny. It's totally coming across as black.
Yeah, it's
Mm,
navy.
it's beautiful.
Um, all right, we'll switch gears to something that I think I will be ripping out.
Okay.
Never gonna like
Yeah. And you're not so committed that you can't.
right. It,
Or finish that one and just wear both.
actually that the underside's cuter. Yeah. Anyway, it just I feel like free as a bird because this stuff was all jammed into my baskets. It was making me sad. I couldn't use my baskets.
Yeah.
This sounds like all right. I just had a moment listening to myself.
No, no, no.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Now you can put, other stuff in there. More
fresh
with.
stuff. Fresh
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So 1 minute on Fiddlehead.
Yeah.
Um, oh, end of an era. The yarn shop that I used to work at is closing. So I go up there for the sale and because she's, please just take my yarn, 40% off of everything. And I'm going to check out. And there is this, which I knit for her as a store sample.
Oh,
And she had pulled it out, hoping I might come up because she wanted me to have it for a future possible little baby in my life.
yeah.
But it was so, I just, oh,
And so is it closed now?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Good for her, but it's
It,
weird.
it was a great run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really weird. It totally felt like a funeral for me going up
I feel
there.
like it was a brave thing just to start a yarn store.
Yeah, for sure. When she was like literally nursing her son when she opened the shop. I guess he was there all the time. She had to pack and play,
Mm.
kind of
And
amazing.
now he's in college.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. So she had a good run.
she had a great run.
That's good.
She had a great run. Um, how do you feel about your whips?
Well, because I just started new summer ones, good, right? The Leviathan is the Patrick sweater. And then I think once I get back to fall, I will go through them. But for now, I have all my good summer. I did buy yarn for the shawl, the Carrie one that the woman down the street that you'd recommended when we were talking about summer knitting. But
Right.
this is yarn snobbery at its best. Here is my 24/7 Lion Brand cotton. I picked lemon and white,
Oh,
which is
you are good with color.
with those two. I think I still might make it, but when it came, I went,
Oh,
yarn snub, yarn snub. Like it doesn't feel bad, but like even when I took it out of the packaging, all the had ripped off and they're all smudged and dirty. And I was like,
that's gonna end up at Goodwill.
yeah, it might. It might. But I
Yeah.
just feel bad because literally it was like $2 of yarn. It wasn't expensive. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe there will be a late in the August game if I finish everything else. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the pattern's pretty.
It is pretty.
So, but it was funny. The pattern gauge looks so like you wouldn't knit it with that yarn because this looked super fine to me. That's the other challenge at some point. This is an anecdote to fingering weight. This is probably, in terms of for me, the most fingering weight projects I've had cast on. So between the shawlette, which I hate that word, sounds like toilet, and then I'm just going to call it a shawl, and the sweater, they're teeny needles. So that,
Right.
and she was like, "You knit this on 17." I was like, "Put it in the basket. I'll take it." Because I need it. And then this cotton line brand's pretty fine too.
Mm.
So I was like,
Yeah, that's good to mix it up.
so what's the weight of this? Let's see what
Mix
it
it
says.
up.
I don't know what it says. It just says use. Oh my God, I'm so blind.
No, like believe me.
But oh, it says knit on sixes. So that's what they're saying. It's funny. It doesn't really have a weight. It just calls it 24/7 cotton. So,
Hmm.
all right. So we
Um,
have like 5 minutes,
great.
but I have
Great.
like two things.
Great. Go.
All right. This, I showed this to you. I sent you a picture. This is um, Everhop from Sparkling Hop Water, which is rose limonade, Limon, not lemon, but limonade. And it was real fruit, real hops. One of the things I just love it. I love it. And it's funny, it was at our big kind of bougie liquor store, and they're doing a great job with non alcoholic options. And they're also, one of the things they do is they're like mixing it up. They'll put some stuff by the mixers, but then they're also putting like their non alcoholic rose with their rose. They're putting their non alcoholic Sauvignon Blanc with it. So this was with the beer. And so, like all the summer shandy beer. And what was so funny is they had a bunch of different kinds. I should have written down the other ones. I think they just have a plain lime one and one that I'm not a mango girl. They had a mango one. And they only one box of this. So I drank that box in like 3 days. I think there were like 8 in the box. And then went back to get more and only another one box. So people are buying it. It's selling out, but it is really good.
Oh, is
So
there, so is that the brand Everhop?
Everhop is the brand
Okay.
from New York because there's a little weird NY on the label.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's drinkeverhop.com.
Oh, good. Oh, perfect.
I mean,
I'm actually I'm going to meet a friend for lunch
mm-hmm,
who's kind of starting her little journey. So
mm-hmm.
she's looking for ideas. So that's awesome.
Yeah, the other one that I gotta put it in. Maybe I'll send you a text on it because I always get the brand wrong. I finally found a great margarita substitute.
Mm. Well, I am a fan of Trader Joe's limeade.
Yeah, you sent me that recipe. Ooh, you just froze. Oh no, you're
Just
back.
Trader Joe's limeade. Almost, oh no.
No, you're good.
Trader Joe's limeade, club soda, lime, whatever. This is my other secret weapon. Um, the Chile is the country. Chili margarita salt
Oof.
for the
And
for
where
the
do you
rent.
buy that?
What's that?
Where do you buy that?
This is Williams Sonoma.
Okay.
I don't know. For me, this is also what I realized. It was mainly about the salty rim for me. Any
Hmm.
margarita,
That's so funny. That's really funny.
like that's really all I want is that salt and or a spice on
Yeah,
the rim.
that's so
And the
funny.
other thing I've just been doing is just fresh mint, just
Mm,
muddle fresh mint, little sugar if you want, club soda lime. Oh, so good.
yeah. And it's so funny. I was out to dinner the other night with my work friends, and I was like, "You've taught me the spiel." I said, "I'd like club soda in a rocks glass with a splash of cranberry and a big lime." And it was like he must have just turned 21 the week before because he was a waiter in New Jersey. I think if you're serving alcohol, you gotta be 21. And he went, I'm like, I'm gonna say it again real slow for you. I want club soda in a rocks glass with a splash of cranberry and a big lime. And he's like, okay. He's like, but he got it, and I got it right.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
Oh,
me so
because
happy.
really that continues to be the just my one when they bring it in a tumbler with a straw.
Yeah,
It's all I can do not to say, take it back.
I reject that. And I told you my sister's now on the bus. Her journey is a little different because she was struggling, and she's like, my problem is that when I open a bottle of wine, I will drink the whole thing. And she's like, it's not like I want to give up drinking, but she's like, I don't want to do that. So I sent her all the Geisen. And so she's been drinking Geisen Monday through Friday. And then she'll have regular wine Saturday, Sunday. But now I think you get in the tumble, right? Like you start rolling down the hill and you think, well, why do I need it on Saturday and Sunday if this is doing it for me Monday through Friday, right?
Right?
So I think and then I'm always sending her stuff like this. And so she's been sending pictures back too. So I'm happy about that.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah, I know. I feel like the choices are getting better. I'm a little anxious about Austria. So we'll see. Don't be anxious about Paris. I'm telling you, everywhere we went, there was good options. No,
Okay.
not wine because they'd be like, you're doing what to the wine? But everything else, mocktails galore, all of it.
Right.
So
Pellegrino. I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm sure it'll be the same.
I hope so. We'll see. Because I think beer is to Austria what wine is to France. And so we'll see.
Yeah.
But like even the beer options in the US, we moved Josh into his apartment and we went to a Mexican place for lunch. That Corona, you cannot tell the difference. I think it's amazing.
Cannot.
No,
Cannot.
yeah.
I know. And like I played golf the other day and it was so hot and we got off and I'm like, I'll have a Heineken Zero and oh, it just tasted so good.
Mm-hmm. So funny about the Heineken Zero. Patrick the other day came in and he said, do you mind if I drink one of your Heineken Zeros? I'm like, no. He's like, it's really good. I'm like, I know. So like
Yeah.
they figured it out.
Yeah. And then I have the whole day. It's not nap time.
No. Oh my gosh. I think about that Lake Bluff Brewing Company, and I would go and get that Velvet Hammer on Sundays, and that was a yummy beer, right? But I think it was like 9.4. And the first one would go down. I'd get second, like halfway through the second one, and then it would be a 4 hour nap on the living room sofa.
Right.
And that's why I think they called it the Velvet Hammer because they, bye, you're out. But that's a good one, the Velvet.
So good.
Yeah, but I don't miss that.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
So we'll see. So you're
Yeah.
heading to lunch?
I'm heading to lunch. Yes, in Glencoe.
Yeah.
It's beautiful here. I'm sure, I think you guys have the heat.
Yeah, it's brutal
It
here.
broke for us today, a little respite. So
Maybe that's coming. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
85, 86 here. I am going finally to get rid of my Volvo. I took it in. It's what 2016 is the year. I took it in to just get an oil change, and they were like, "It's going to cost $4,000 for all the work you need." And I'm like, "Forget it." So we're going to go test drive the XC40 and see if I replace it with a tinier one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fun.
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm almost like because it's so hot. I'm like, I don't know if I have the will to do that.
It is a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing for sure.
That's why I keep my car so long because I'm too lazy to go buy a new one. I was trying to get through Anna's driving there. I was trying to make it to her going to college because if she crashed the old one, I would have been like, but
Right.
they were like, your sunroof gasket's leaking, everything. They were like, I think I'm starting to rust out underneath. So
Oh,
I don't like all the pictures. I liked when you used to go in and not know what they were doing and then they'd hand you a bill. Now they're like sending you pictures of what a bad car owner you are. Anyway.
oh gosh. Um, are you flying with Alyssa and her daughter? Are you guys
No, we're meeting in Vienna. They're coming out of DC and we're going out of Newark. So I think we get there like only 25 minutes before they get there.
okay?
And then we kind of hit the ground running. This is the first Airbnb I've had where the guy's like, nope, in at 3. I was like, can we just come drop our bags? Nope. There are
So what are you gonna do?
lockers at the train station.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Because
we're
we
gonna
have that when we arrive in Nice. Same thing.
yeah. Hopefully there will be lockers there too. Because and
Right.
he was like, no big deal, you'll be able to fit your suitcases in them. And I'm like, bummer. But
Wow,
usually
wow.
so accommodating. I'm like, fine, we'll stay out till 4. I just want a place to drop my bags,
Right, right.
So I'm working every angle to sleep on the plane. I bought that turtle new neck pillow that's all over Instagram. Totally fell victim to that marketing. We'll see if they allow my foot hammock. Fell victim to that marketing because
God
we're
damn it.
so that you can because you're like me, you're short. So the most uncomfortable thing about being on the plane is you can't get comfortable.
Right.
So, but there's all this hubbub about, planes don't want you to do it or airlines don't want you to do it because it's dangerous. What if you need to get out? I'm like, if I need to get out, that foot hammock's going to be the last of my worries. Me yelling, oh my God, I don't want to die. It's going to be your problem. So we'll see if but like Advil PM mask because it's 8 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay.
We kind of because Alyssa's like me, right? Our first tour is at noon the day we mm-hmm. So yeah.
That's actually smart because, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it'll be good.
Did you, and then I would do have to go. In when I went to book a tour in Nice, the woman's like, I'm not doing tours that day. It's the end of the Tour de France. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah. We land the next day. The Tour de France is ending in Nice because it can't end in Paris this year.
I was gonna say you're really gonna be with the people.
Yeah, I need to get mentally ready for that.
Yeah, you do. You're gonna have to really think to yourself, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
So,
I would learn how to say some choice expletives in French that might make you more accepted amongst the brethren. Those poor people. Like, why would you put the Olympics in Paris? They don't like regular tourists. Why are they all of a sudden gonna like hyped up sports tourists?
yeah.
And you
And I
said you
just
oh go
found
ahead.
out you have to have like a special pass to be basically anywhere along the Seine the whole time. I mean, it's good. It's good security. Again,
Hmm?
it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah, and I think for you, all of the recommendations I made for you were way outside of the Seine area. We're way outside that center district. So I
Yeah.
think it would be okay. I'm
Yeah.
hoping those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be great. It's
And
gonna be
you said you booked the Dior tour. Okay. You've got to watch the new look.
I started.
Oh, what do you think?
Love, love.
Mm-hmm.
I love. I'm so excited.
So okay, so it's so adorable. My Carmen, the one that I talk purses with, where this is the woman I work with, where it's like our secret handbag obsession self can fully realized without, the judgment of others. And so we love Christian Dior is so good and like he's the best. And then they portray Chanel like such a villain. And so we're at work the other day and she has these beautiful Chanel loafers on. And she looks at me, she points at her feet and she goes, Nazi shoes. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I'm torn between loving them. And I'm like, but it's okay because Chanel's owned by Jews now. It's not so bad. They're making money. And she was like, I look down and I think, I'm a Nazi. And she's like, I think I'm going to sell them. It's so funny.
Dear viewers, you have to watch the show to understand all this context. Yeah.
And watch it because it's so good. The new look on TV. Highly recommend. All right. Well, you go.
All right, sister. Oh, all the best.
Thank you so much. I will keep you posted on my progress.
Maybe a couple pics for the gram.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Knitting in new climes, new environs. So.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Love you.
I love you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.